Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of February 10th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't resonate with you, go check your other two signs videos out for deeper messages. Yeah. So Sagittarius, we are coming to a close. Finally, the last breath of this snake season. It ends the next time we meet on the 17th. With the lunar eclipse. It doesn't always do that. So we're getting a lunar eclipse to seal the closure of this snake so that we can enter this year of the horse. Leading up to it today, like I said last week, we have Venus moving into Pisces. So breaking up this Aquarius energy, things are going to start to get more in their feels, in those deep waters of Pisces. And we also have Saturn moving into Aries. So Saturn is going to sit in Aries for about 3 years now. So this is where we get deep transformation through karma, because Saturn is the planet of karma, and people can see it as limitations or fears. But it's really about that discipline and responsibility that we need to take. And Aries really wants like world-changing change right now. World-changing response right now. And we also have this double down with the Neptune has moved into Aries like a few weeks ago. And that's going to last for 12 years. That's more about bringing our dreams into reality. But this is all still happening under the blanket of the 20-year cycle of Pluto as it being the furthest planet, where Pluto is about revolution. Let's see where it takes us this time around. I know it's a lot. It is a lot. That is the times we are in, and with this horse, it's just going to start moving a lot faster than it has this year, yeah? Let's see what we have for Sagittarius, and I'm using the Tarot of the Dragons to honor this fiery Mars Aries energy that we're in right now. Yeah? All right, so let's see what we got. The Devil reversed. Wow, right off the bat. So Sagittarius, this has been kind of a theme. It's just a theme of we are leaving this year of the snake. And Sagittarius, do you have any ties to people, places, things that are really holding you back? While it's, we're in this broadening world, it takes us 2 seconds now to connect to people via these devices and things. But what don't you need to feed right now? Content-wise, especially this device, it's our main source of information all the time. But just your environments, are you in a place? I was just talking to somebody else about how, I was born and raised by a refinery. I had asthma as a kid, and the second that I was able to, I went to Big Bear, and then the deserts of Arizona, fresh air camp for myself is the outcome of that. So for you, Sagittarius, just think about the people that you're bonded to. Do you need those bonds? And then the places you're bonded to. Yeah? What really matters to you? Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. And so it's right side up. Very nice. That while you have all of these other energies, so here, in the Devil card, you had all of these ties to you. Here they are trying to get you, and you are here in your own power. So Sagittarius, stay in that frame of, yes, there's all these energies, but I don't need to engage in energies that do not feed me. I do not need to engage in energy that I don't need to entertain people or places or things that just don't feel good to me right now. And it's not to say to pretend like nothing bad exists in the world. Things are happening all the time, everywhere. But it's saying that you don't need to let shit weigh you down. You be where you are in the moment. Sometimes that moment is of a place of, we need to be in those places of, anger can be a healthy emotion when it is directed in a place where it needs to be. Anger shows you where you are needing to, speak up for injustices, for those who cannot speak. Yeah, so remember that, like, there is still power in all of the emotions as they come, but you need to be clear about where it's being directed. Yeah. You got the Three of Wands reversed. This came up for somebody else as well. And this is just saying that you have all this stuff that you've put out into the world already. And if it doesn't feel like you are where you want to be, like you feel like you should have already elevated to, you feel like you should have already gotten all of the things, all of the benefits of the fruits of your labor, and know that it's still technically winter time, at least here in the Northern Hemisphere, and things don't just, happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. This is saying that, yes, we put out the intent, we are doing the day-to-day work, and you just have to trust that what you planted, you plant tulips in the wintertime and you've got to wait, or I think you plant them in the fall. You plant tulips in the fall and you've got to wait till that spring to actually see them come up. Mama Squirrel came out for you just now. I don't know, she's like her own groundhog. We just had that last week and all, but yeah, she's like the groundhog for everybody. She comes out in the readings when you need it. Yeah. Queen of Swords, right side up. So you went from the Devil card, no control, freaking chain linked levels of bondage to other people. And here you are, Queen of Swords. You have cut all of those ties. They have transformed into just pure beauty. And this is the thing, like if you have relationships that are bound because there wasn't good communication skills, just communicating can be the transformation that you need. So for you, Sagittarius, communicate those needs, those boundaries, whatever you do, communicate those injustices if that's what is coming up for you. I don't know, the collective's in a weird place right now. So communicate what you need so that you can be surrounded in that beauty and honesty of the people, like your collective, your community, your closest relationships, in like your healthiest flowing ways. Yeah, your healthiest ways of existing in those relationships. Yeah, that's what the dragons have for you, Sagittarius. But in that blunt Aries energy, I'm also going to go for my go-to deck of the Enchanted map deck. And we're going to just pick one card that will speak to what you need at this point in time. Stormy Fields reversed. All right, back to that Devil card, I guess. That's where we are. So Stormy Fields reversed is just saying that there's been a lot of dust that has been kicked up in the air. Aquarius is about pulling back the veil, seeing things as they actually truly are happening in the world right now. And it's just saying that the dust hasn't settled. So Sagittarius, if things feel up in the air, if they feel chaotic, come back to yourself, anchor and ground back to yourself so that you can communicate from a better place your needs, boundaries, injustices, if that's really what comes to place, so that you can find time for the dust to settle and the seeds to sow and flower. Yeah, that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope that you do find that when those chains do break from wherever they may be coming to you, that you do find that peace and beauty is still all around you. Yeah, all right, Sagittarius, that's what I have, and I'll see you next week. Bye.